on to health and well-being. Do we have anyone from North Kohala Archery? I know this couple was looking at providing free certification for anybody interested in the archery space, focusing on the North Kohala community first, seeing what interest is there, and then moving on to other communities. So we will be celebrating with them soon. Okay, next up for health and well-being, Root and Rise, Nature and Art as Therapy.
Hi everyone, my name is Eliza McKeague. So this micro investment is going to go toward nature and art as therapy. It's a routine group that we hold here in Ocean View, and it's open to anybody who is interested in seeking mental health support, friends and family of those with mental health challenges, social service to providers, and then just any interested community members. The group uses interaction with nature and creativity and community to address mental health wellness, awareness, and destigmatization. So yeah, we're going to hold 3 more groups with the funds that we got from the micro investment. The first is going to be crafting wind chimes. The second is tea for the resilient self. And the third is forest immersion, and that will be held at our South Kona location. And we always weave in topics about mental health, and yeah, it's been successful for the past few months. So we're really excited to have this jump off point and kind of take it further. So thank you so much. And it's great to be with all of you.
Thank you, Eliza. All right, that wraps us up for health and well-being. Moving on to resilient and sustainable food systems. We'll start with Na'alehu Resilience Hub.
Oh, thank you, Ashley. We started at Na'alehu Resilience Hub at the beginning of when the first funding came through, and we've expanded to, there's a farm thanks to Eva at Uluka'u Farm. So now our produce is coming to the hub from there. And the purpose of the grant is to develop more workforce development so that we're able to pay folks to become farmers, learn to become farmers, and share with us at the hub where we want to be able to provide more sustainable employment and help train. Right now we have a professional cook working with us, volunteering his time, that's helping to train our folks. So we're hoping to use this micro grant to expand our employment opportunities within the community. When we first started out, we were providing lunch and dinner each, like 80 meals a day. Our counts right now are up to 140 meals a day. So we've really see the need, the food scarcity out here in Lehu, the Ka'u community is awful, I guess, for lack of a better word. We have people that drive from Ocean View, which is 24 miles round trip, to pick up lunch. So thank you very much. We're very grateful and look forward to forging ahead and helping more people in our community. And it's wonderful to see all of you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Orchard Garden Project at Beccas Farm. Katie.
Aloha, everyone. Nice to see some familiar faces. So we're based on a 20-acre farm in Wood Valley in Ka'u, and we're in the process of becoming a nonprofit. We've already received approval through the state and are just waiting on federal approval. And beginning in August, we're going to be offering free AINA-based education programs to Keiki and Ka'u, and eventually beyond as well. And so leading up to that, we're going to be using the funding from Vibrant to start our orchard garden project and purchase fencing supplies, because we have lots of pigs running through our farm all the time. So we got to protect it. Yeah. And so we're really appreciative and looking forward to getting started. Mahalo.
Sugar Hill Farms, Brittany. And I'll just say that Brittany was one of our panelists for the food discussion that we convened last year. Thanks, Britt, for being here.
Oh, thank you. Nice to see you again. So I am Brittany from Sugar Hill Farmstead. We are located on the border of Pepakeo and Honomu. We specialize in pasture-raised grass-fed meats and organic vegetables. So with the $2,500 from Vibrant, we are going to be pushed over the finish line quite quickly with our on-farm shop. And so our goal is to bring more of our customers to the farm so that they can see where their food comes from and expand to offer a landing space for some other farmers in our area for their products to be able to promote more on-farm sales. And we think that when people come to the farm, they can experience what it's like. They can see their food being grown, and that connection is really important. It leads to a healthier lifestyle. They become more educated on how food grows, and that leads to better choices. So we're really excited.
Okay, Young's Family Farm.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Lian Young. So myself, my husband Mark, and our two keiki, we reside in Mountain View, where we have our 10.5-acre farm. And we're planning on using this investment to fortify our current and future crops. So like Katie said, with the feral pigs, that's an issue that we're going through as well. So we're going to use that investment for fencing. And then we're hoping of teaching our community how to be sustainable by just being a foundation and a local model of what successful homesteading on Hawaii Island can look like. With this, we can help increase food security for our community and just help others to farm for success. So mahalo for the opportunity, and we look forward to working with all of you.
All right, final project for the food system space, Honeybee Education Program. Jenny.
Aloha. Is Momi on here as well from Iloli'i? I don't think she's joined us. We are a project that collaborated with Vibrant Hawaii in the last year or so with the Resilient Hubs project, providing Aina-based education to communities and the Resilient Hubs. We are continuing that project with 4 sites: Miloli'i Community Garden, Kama'aina Hale Apartments in Kona, the YMCA in Hilo, and Laupahoehoe Community Charter School. So we plan to expand these gardens that have already been placed there, provide youth program education, as well as adult workshops focused on food resiliency, such as growing canoe crops, nutrition classes, cooking classes using local ingredients, and so forth. We also want to expand some of our Hawaiian arts practices with Momi, who will be working in Miloli'i. We'll be doing some kapa, creating kapa art and things like that. Part of this investment is to recruit as many volunteers to be engaged in the gardens and grow food for their communities. The funding will go directly to the garden instructors, the 4 garden instructors, as well as some supply money as well for the garden projects.
Thank you. That concludes our cohort for food systems. Moving on to regenerative and community-driven tourism. We'll start with Hawaii Forest Farms, Tours and Education.
Aloha, I'm Grant Ferrier, and I own a 30-acre mamaki farm in outside Volcano. So we started developing this in 2017. We're suppliers to Shaka Tea, and we also supply to Big Island Coffee Roasters, a few other tea companies. So we're in business. Probably only 3 or 4 of our acres have planted with about 5,000 or 6,000 mamaki plants. So we're the 2nd largest mamaki farm in the world. The biggest is down in Wood Valley, who's friends of ours also. So this project, we now realize, besides selling leaves of tea, that we can both have an education and a tour site. So we're already selling tour tickets, but we don't really have marketed that or even have been able to employ anybody beyond one of our farm workers as a tour guide. So we're going to use half the money to kind of have an internship with a marketing student to help sell tour tickets. And then the other half is for school field trips. So we already have a program with Volcano School of Arts and Sciences where they bring up high school and middle school kids to come and work on the farm and adopt a mamaki plant and hopefully a tree when it becomes bigger. And then we have Mountain View has brought up their staff and they want to do a project actually on the site. And then Mauna Loa Schools has also come up and done a field trip with almost 70 kids on 3 different occasions on field trips. So we want to hire a field trip coordinator so many other schools can come up and experience what we call the enchanted Mamaki Forest. So, and we have our Kama'aina tours free to friends of the farm, which includes everybody on this list. So I think the next one is Saturday, April 23rd, actually. So I can send a list out if anybody wants to come up to Volcano that day and tour the Enchanted Forest. That is a site and a place to be remembered. So I'm pleased to be part of the group, and thanks to everybody for being here.
Grant, thank you for joining us. Okay. Cole, could you play the video for Kohala Kupa online marketplace, please?
Aloha, Kathy Matsuda from Touching the Earth Land Company, Kohala Village Hub. And my next micro project is Kohala Kupa online marketplace. And this place is where it happens at our Kohala Night Market, the first Wednesday of the month. And so what we're going to be doing is talking to each vendor and asking if they want to be promote their products, homemade products, and we're going to put it on our website, called Marketplace. So yeah, enjoy the event. You get a clips of our night going on as you speak. Aloha.
Mahalo nui. All right. The last project for tourism is Waikiki We Count. Sue?
Aloha. The Waikiki We Count project is something that's come up within our neighborhood at Richardson's Beach in Waikiki. It's a community-informed project to document the visitor impact on this one of Hilo's most beloved sites, Richardson's Beach Park. When the cruise ship tour started in January, it was a shock to the neighborhood. We weren't prepared for it. And so we immediately started counting the cruise ship visitors to see what the real impact was after 2 years of no visitation. These county park vahipana are very popular with tour companies for the simple reason that they're free and very accessible. They're right by the roadside. But these beach parks were not built with tourism in mind and have no parking accommodations for large vehicles or buses. And as a result, the parks see very heavy use without any real infrastructure to support it. Of note, the county parks code says that no commercial use whatsoever is allowed in county parks, yet this use has continued unabated for more than 20 years. So we applied for a micro investment to help count visitors for the next 19 cruise ship touch bases, which actually 2 of them have already happened, March through May, as we watch the cruise ships go from half capacity to full capacity. We expect that by the end of this process, instead of seeing 500 visitors a day to the beach, just from the cruise ships alone, not our own local traffic, we'll see more like 1,000. And the community concern is the month of October, when we see 20 cruise ships arrive and a potential 20,000 people walking through this one park alone, plus our other county parks. It affects all county parks, not just this one. So our goal is to use the counting data to inform decisions within and outside the community as far as appropriate park use, and not just for this park, but all parks. The community wishes to also push for a mitigation impact plan in collaboration with the county, the state, HTA, the port, and local beachgoers and the entire island of Hawaii in reality. So those are our hoped for goals. And this grant is a huge, huge thing for us because we've been doing it 100% volunteer. And I'll tell you at this moment, our volunteers are quite exhausted because keeping to a cruise ship schedule, which is not conducive to working for a living or anything else, is difficult. So we thank you because it allows us to have a volunteer coordinator and to also help pay for the data crunching that happens afterward. This is just fantastic. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Sue. That wraps it up for tourism, our final sector software.